Good evening, people. You are locked into Never a Foul. It's Friday evening. You can see Cass twice. Oh, that way. There he is, munching on a pizza. Hold tight, everyone that was just locked into Trafford Tunnel. Obviously, the United boys had absolutely nothing to tell you. Whereas right now, we've got quite a lot to tell you. Yeah, it's been. Has it been a busy week, Cass? Would you say it's been a busy week in the transfer window?
Personally, no.
Not personally. Not personally. Let's not talk personally. For overall, would you say it's been a busy week?
Yeah, well, yes and no, but I think more towards the back end of this. Obviously, today we've seen a few confirmations. I can't turn it on.
Yeah, but then I need to turn it down. So
No,
I do. No, okay, I do. Otherwise,
today we've seen a few confirmations. Right? Sorry, I have to cover my mouth because I've been eating, and I'd rather you lot not see that, like my mouth full of food and stuff. Like Sven Botman today, Kalvin Phillips. Cucurella's heating up. Looks like that's done, but Kalvin Phillips is confirmed. Sven Botman's confirmed. Dean Henderson's confirmed. But
love deals always. We're going to get deals on soon, by the way. Deals are going to be on soon.
It's quite annoying when you just see rumors, and all you can ever talk about is the rumors. So it's seeing maybe it's spiced up a little bit. It's getting to that point in the window where you're going to see a lot more signings coming through rather than just rumors, potentially until August.
Yeah, I think we were speaking. Was it with you, or it might have been with Soups? I was speaking earlier, and I was saying it feels like Barcelona, this transfer window, hold a lot of cards, right? Because we all know they need money, right? We all know they want certain players, but then a lot of people say, like, for example, apparently they want Bernardo Silva. Apparently they want Lewandowski, right? But then Dembele needs to be sold. De Jong potentially needs to be sold. And then you've got the fact that City don't want to sell Bernardo Silva. So do they want to let De Jong go? Well, and then also, are they thinking, hold on, maybe we need to hold on to De Jong? That could he be a bargaining chip in the whole Bernardo Silva thing? So I feel like, and I think this is one example, but I feel across the board, there's clubs that have a say, and it's like one or two things need to happen for other things to start ticking. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a mad window. Luckily, my club is not involved. Listen, there's 17 of you in here already. Please smash a like straight away. We need those likes to break those algorithm barriers and get out there to the thousands and millions of people. And also, everyone locked in. We hit 3K yesterday. So shout out to every single one of you, because you will have contributed to that. You don't realize how much your likes also contribute to that as well. Let's remove that in the background if we can. Yeah. I've just realized we're...
What's in the background?
Ourselves, so we might end up getting a violation for streaming someone else's channel. But
oh wow.
So yeah, right. Let's get straight into it. I think the first one we probably need to talk on is
you said Barcelona, no?
Huh?
What about you said Barcelona playing the cards?
No. I was just saying the transfer window, I feel like is...
Yeah, Barcelona do hold cards, but Dembele's free to do whatever he wants.
What, is he on a free?
He's on a free. That's wages all freed up, but they still...
Well, there's me wrong.
They still allocate that. No, he's on a free.
Okay, so there's Dembele. I mean, if you want to talk on Barcelona, we can talk on De Jong. Do you think there's what I just said about
holding cards
and about holding on to De Jong for now?
I mean,
just wondering, thinking, could that be something that might tempt City?
Nah, you know what? Actually, yes, I think that's actually something that could tempt City, but I just don't feel like... I feel like Pep Guardiola has a love for Bernardo Silva, and I just can't see him letting him go. So I just can't see Bernardo going anywhere.
But when you say that, I don't disagree with you. I do think Pep, 100%, I know factually City's fan base have a love for Bernardo Silva, and Pep does have a love for Bernardo Silva. However, Pep also has a philosophy that you never keep a player that really does not want to be at your club. He's even said it the other day. So I just feel like, yes, Pep and City will try and keep Bernardo Silva, and I hope to God we do. However, if Bernardo Silva is adamant that he wants to leave, I think we don't need money. We're doing sensational business.
I wouldn't...
Maybe we might be, if we have to sell him. It's a double-edged sword that we stop Man United from getting him, and we bring in a kind of replacement for Bernardo.
I don't think so right now, and I wouldn't meet De Jong. If you just bought Kalvin Phillips, by the way. Anyone that doesn't know,
But
Kalvin
he's not a
Phillips,
replacement for Bernardo Silva.
but he's a replacement for Fernandinho. But why would
We're
you?
talking about Bernardo Silva.
No, I know, but I'm saying, why would you get De Jong in place of Bernardo Silva when you want a different type of player in that role?
We don't want a different type of player in the Bernardo Silva role. We want a Bernardo Silva. Listen, if I could have Bernardo Silva's younger twin right now, I'd be taking.
I thought City might be tempted to get De Jong for being Fernandinho's replacement potentially in that area, but then they got Phillips, who kind of makes more sense because it's more of a defensive reinforcement.
You answered your own question. Then.
Yeah, I know, but I just can't really see De Jong.
Do you? I sense
I
sense like your tongue is twisted because you really, really want to convince yourself that there is only one place De Jong is heading. And I'm not saying he's heading C. I'm just saying that maybe. Look, as a City fan, I don't want Bernardo to go, but. And I don't give us 100 million. Who are we going to replace him with? I'd rather 50 million and De Jong.
Well, that wouldn't be the case because Barcelona want a lot more than 50 million.
No, but 50 million and Bernardo Silva.
Oh, see.
If Bernardo, I mean, it probably wouldn't be 50 to be fair. I'm just throwing numbers out there. All I'm saying is, if Bernardo has to go, like we have no choice, I want something sweeter than money. And a double-edged sword that we're stopping you, man, from getting him, and also the fact that the one issue I have with Kalvin Phillips, or not issue, he could prove me wrong, is if he feels he's coming in to push Rodri out of the team. Now, I think De Jong would have enough about him to think he could definitely come in and at least, not me personally, but I think De Jong's self-belief might be that he could give Kalvin Phillips a run for his money.
Nah, I don't see it happening, man. I know, you know what it is coming from a bias because we've been chasing him for a long. But
imagine if
for so long, anyone in here knows I haven't been a shameless Man United fan. I've been trying to be a neutral with everything in terms of transfers.
The last show confirmed that. To be fair, you on a United channel slandering them.
Yeah, but you can't help it. There's nothing great going on for Man United right now. They're quite boring to talk about. It's just the same shit. Even Dean Henderson, he gives a fuck. But long story short, I just don't see City going for De Jong. I feel like they would have done it by now. They would have took advantage of this.
No, but that's because we want to keep Bernardo Silva.
But
what I'm saying is Bernardo Silva is like, nope, I want to go. And Pep's very clear. We're not keeping players that want to leave. Maybe then it's like, right, okay, let's test them. Now, I think the funniest thing that could happen would be that it's taking you this long to work out that you actually want De Jong, and then City just come in like a day and. I mean, look. I'm just
sure you could get it done in a day. I'm not gonna deny it, but you know what else could get done in like 2 seconds, Daps?
A like
button. It's not that hard. 28 of you in here and still growing, so keep smashing that like button if you don't mind.
Like Jamie locked in. Brother, we need to do another show real soon. Whenever you're ready. Nick Sond is saying 100 million or more for any. This is what I'm saying, bro, because we don't need to sell him. And I've said this. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that he's a bigger signing. He is a bigger loss than signing Haaland. But for me, it is a conversation because I feel there's so much we could achieve with the way we're heading this transfer window. We sell Bernardo Silva, we start a problem for me.
Oh, Tango.
Do I think City will get left back? We'll get left back. Cucurella will come. But apart from that,
you might have confirmed it. Daps. That Man City blue. That.
I think so.
That I think it was a sign. Summer sign in the summer in the sun.
I think he's
the
coming.
blue with the Man City blue one. Don't give me the brighter stuff. It was a sign.
The fact he's previously, he's Spanish. He's come through the Barcelona academy, I believe.
Probably in Barca in Pep days, isn't it? When he was there.
Would have been a younger then, to be fair. But I think he's a perfect suit for City. I think we need to get. I mean, although apparently an agreement has been made between the two clubs on Kalvin Phillips, I have heard that it's still going to be. People don't expect an announcement. Certainly not this weekend. We already know announcements don't really get made on the weekend. Don't expect one early next week. I'd probably say absolute earliest will be back end of the week because they've still got to sort out all the paperwork. So I'm just bear with me, people. I'm just getting through the admin because usually Cass takes over the comments, but I don't think your eyes are going to be good enough to do them from there, are they, Cass?
Actually, it's not actually that sad from here. I can read the whole thing.
Damn, that makes me even more worried about my eyes.
No, I can see the whole thing. Like there's a massive screen in front of me right now that I can see. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I can run it.
just
You know
handed
what?
yourself to
While
that.
you do whatever you're doing now, I'm gonna go through a few more of the comments. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit for you guys.
Yeah.
But if you are just in there, make sure you smash a like, get your comments in. We're just talking about Kalvin, Phillips, Cucurella, a little bit of De Jong. It's a bit boring, and mainly about Barcelona holding the cards. Which actually, if you did bring that up, I think that's actually an amazing. That should have been our title. Barcelona holding the cards. That should have been a title for probably one of our shows earlier this week.
Maybe it will be for
people
one
don't
tomorrow.
know it. Yeah. We said it before. I think Daps said it. Soups would be a fucking amazing host. And I don't want to swear too much, but I'm allowed. So, and I'm being myself. Soups would be an amazing host. You lot just don't know it yet. And if you don't know Soups, all the graphic that goes on that you can see anywhere around, he's going to be in the camera for a sec. He's the graphic designer. So if you do see Soups, just say hello to him. You can see all your comments. Big up Demi. I know Demi for a long, long time, since primary school, since nursery days. So big up her for jumping in, singing in the blues. Daniel, Blake, Usman, as always, thinks he's better than me at FIFA. So yeah, just stop right there. Nick, obviously, Emad Yahia, or Yahia, he said big up Daps, City legend.
Love, brother.
Actually, that's interesting. Blake's come with this take, right? He said Silva is City's best player, was
one of
City's best player. If not, I think he's probably claiming that he is
top 3.
Number 1 for them, and going to really miss him because of his technique. So
he ain't going nowhere. Don't worry.
Skill, creativity, and work rate. Yeah, you know what? There's a whole. You know what? We need to start doing some comparison things. If you guys would like to see comparisons of players like Silva v Fabregas, etc., let us know. That's something I'd be interested.
I did
in
a show a few months ago. We did a show comparing all the Spanish midfielders. So like Silva, Fabregas, Mata. Who else is there? Soups.
Iniesta, Xavi.
No, in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, Spanish.
There's about 6 of them. Who's the guy at Arsenal?
What, Santi Cazorla?
Yeah, Cazorla.
There's been quite a few to be fair.
There were about 5 of them, and I'm telling you how David Silva's stats were just next level above.
I still remember that killer pass in between Ferdinand into, I think it was Balotelli.
Beautiful. No, Dzeko.
Was it Dzeko?
Yes, Simon.
Anyways, big up Zohaib in the building. He says, I don't see the Phillips hype. I do, because I can't be shameless here, because I'm probably on every video that we've talked about Phillips. I said I wanted him at Man United, personally. Big up Patrick as well. Big up what's it called? Simon says. He says Kalvin Phillips is overrated.
Well, you know, so we'll speak on this. So it's come out today that apparently a verbal agreement has been made by Manchester City and Leeds United. 42 million plus add-ons. Seems fair. Seems when you consider the English tax that's usually thrown out there. When you also consider that a certain team across the city need a DM. I think 42 million is good business, to be honest with you. Now, I've been very vocal about my opinion.
There's more to that though, Daps, though. 42 million up front for people to know. Because you know what, Daps, why I wanted to stop you there, right, is because there's 100 million Nunes thing, and the Liverpool fans are quick.
No, that's fair.
No, because Liverpool fans are quick to point out it was 84.5 million.
No, it's fair.
And now they're going to say Phillips was 50 million, but no, it's actually 42 million plus 5 million guaranteed in add-ons. Guaranteed. And then in bonuses, 2.5 million, I think.
So about 50 million.
About that. So, but I just want to make sure, like,
no, and that's fair, because I will always pull up Liverpool for that.
So, yeah,
so that is fair.
Out.
So I've been quite vocal with my opinion on it. My opinion being that I always worry when we sign squad players, and if they truly believe that they can come in and
Ali G
with a drip.
Ali G
is what it is. Yeah. Listen, I get rated and slated for my drip, so it is what it is. You either love it or hate it. You rate it or slate it.
And
I'm a poet and I know it.
Soups says, Simon says, you look like someone, you just can't put his finger on it, basically.
Who?
Simon says
Curly Watts.
He said we gotta know who. You gotta know who. And before Daps gets onto what he's about to say, Samuel Ingram says Manchester City will never be as big as Manchester United, because Manchester United have earned their trophies, and then sports wash like Chelsea and Manchester City.
So we're not going to hold on. There's 46 in here. First and foremostly, make sure you smash those likes. Secondly, listen, brother, if you really want to deep it, you got investments from farmers many years ago. Everyone has had money invested. Okay, so let's not play that. When you're winning all your trophies, you didn't give a shit where your money came from. Yeah. So you know what? We don't give a shit where our money came from. I'm sorry. I'm going to put it out there now. I've got a show coming really soon with the Parisian Londoner who is a PSG fan, and we are calling it the Oil Spills. Okay, because that's what our clubs do. And you know what? I'm going to own it. We're a little club from Manchester, but we are so fucking dominant. You either like it or hate it. I rate it.
All right, Samuel, keep coming with them comments. Big up you in that comment. Keep commenting with Man United. Slander him, man, all the way.
Yeah, and hopefully you, man, get your roof done. If you need a loan, let man know, because congratulations to your owners who today took 11 million out of your club.
Amazing.
And let me remind you, they haven't done any improvements to your ground and they haven't bought any players yet. So, you know what? I'm very good with our owners over here.
Anyways, keep smashing the like button if you haven't. If you just quickly take 2 seconds, look down on your phones, which is mainly all your computers. If that like button isn't filled in, that means you haven't clicked the like button. So
and you know what? These comments show that these comments that are coming up show that the comments are heating up. So Blues, assemble and don't get rid. Actually, all you rival fans, stay put, smash a like, keep the comments coming. We love you. I'm a City fan. That's a United fan. We all banter, but it's all love. But in the comments, make sure that these United fans, Liverpool fans, whoever else is there, don't win one single argument, because we are the champions of England.
You know what? I forgot we was going to go on about there. Was it about Phillips?
It was about Kalvin Phillips.
Kalvin Phillips.
So I've been very vocal about Kalvin Phillips, and I worried that if he's coming in as a squad player, how much does he believe in himself? Is he coming to just get some of that oil money, sit on the bench, and come on every now and again in the Carabao Cup, 75th minute, and not really do much? That's my concern, and I could be wrong, right? However, you know what? I have to actually shout him out. I think it's Stu. There is a guy that I've been speaking to tonight, and I speak to very often. Hold tight, everyone that I speak to on Instagram. People on my Instagram, MCFCDaps. I respond to everyone, have conversations with everyone, love everyone. Yes, Stu McKay. So he's arguing with me that it's a really good signing, and that actually Kalvin Phillips, he replaces Fernandinho in that he can break up play sensationally. True. Possibly even better than Rodri, but then also that his long balls are sensational. And when you look at this, the sexy robotic blue Viking that we have just signed, and you think about long boards over the top, it makes sense. It makes massive. Sorry, guys, what's going on here? Separate conversation. It makes massive sense. A DM that can break up play and ping quick balls over the top to a certain Norwegian man. It does make sense. It's just, I find it hard when we've got Rodri to find anyone that I think could come in and replace him. And that's not Kalvin Phillips' fault. I do think it's good business. Cass, you with me, or are you doing admin?
I'm still here. I'm just waiting for you to finish. And then
I'm waiting for your opinion, bro.
What on Kalvin Phillips with his what he can bring to Man City? You know what? Everyone knows, yeah. Like Haaland was getting doubted at Man City about if he could do this false nine thing, about if he's gonna drop deep, link up play, etc., etc. It's not gonna happen. Like Haaland's not gonna be that guy to do that. He's gonna run in behind, clearly as day. And if you need anyone that can ping a ball over and someone to latch onto those runs, it's gonna be Haaland, and then balls are gonna be coming from simply Kevin De Bruyne for one. That's number one.
Yeah, fair play.
Rodri will be another one, and Kalvin Phillips will be also another one. Yeah. So and Alvarez is another one. Alvarez is another one of those people that will also be the in behind runner, because he's actually he's just got so much about him. So
I'm gonna salute you for your multitasking there.
Who?
Because I fully thought you weren't listening to me then.
No, as a City fan, I don't really want to listen to you.
But you clearly were listening to me.
No, so. I've got to, because I've got to respect you as a fellow co-host or host or whatever you want to know, But I'm going to go through a few of these comments. A few more. I've
picked up on one mentioning João Felix.
I saw that down here, so I'm going to bring that up now.
Do you know what? I'm waiting for his name to get thrown in the mixer somewhere.
Face City,
FZ City.
FZ City.
Yeah, hold tight. FZ City. He's always in here. You know what? I'm wondering why João Felix's name is not being spoken more. I believe he's got a very high release clause, but
100 million, isn't it?
Yeah, but then when you look at right now, is 100 million that much?
It is. Well, you've just spent 50, then you spend.
No, I don't mean for City. I mean for anyone out there. Is 100 million that much?
Well, if Declan Rice is worth 150 million, then I'm thinking João Felix with the ceiling he's got. He's probably in a rubbish Atletico team right now as well. He's worth probably about 100 million. You probably could steal him for about 80 million.
So I get that's what I'm saying. He hasn't had the best of times at Madrid, but I think everyone rates João Felix, yeah. And when you're looking at everything that's going on, right? And listen, Lings, if it's with a different color, I get it, Lings. But listen, with the yellow, it's drip, okay? Leave me the fuck alone, brother. And you know what? Actually, sorry, just quickly. The full drip is going on. The shorts, the lot, shebang. Gets quite hot in here as well, to be fair. But I don't get why other people aren't being linked with João Felix. With the fact that everyone needs a striker right now. I know 100 million is a lot, but yeah, I hear what you're saying, Usman. But Usman, can I ask you an honest question? Yeah, if the release clause for João Felix. If someone can Google it right now and find it, Soups, if you could look into it quick,
apparently 120 million release clause.
But
crazy.
I'm just saying, it's
got to be in euros, surely.
No, João Felix's release clause, because if it is 100 million and Liverpool have just paid, well, all inclusive 100 million for Nunes.
Yeah.
And also, we look at Kane last year. What, 120? They wanted 150. João Felix is young, yeah.
Yeah, how old is he? About 21, 23?
He's just signed a 7-year contract.
Yeah.
350 million.
Oh, it's 350 million release clause. Yeah,
wait. Hold on. He's just signed a.
No, he signed it about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's in March.
If it's 350 million, ignore every single word I said. Is it
I can't
350 million?
I can't see
No, forget that. Let him rot at Atletico.
I can't really see like Atletico, especially Simeone, getting rid of Felix out of all players. Like he's clearly going to be building a team.
No, he's been trying to build it around him for 2 years.
It's just not working.
No,
maybe.
But 350 million, goddamn. Yeah, all right.
I get that. You're going to take it. Nah, he's not. Right, big up Ladimus, by the way, in the building.
Yes, Ladimus.
Clearly rates.
No. He was one that I'm a big fan, and I was thinking, why don't Chelsea go after João Felix? But I think probably people have had conversations and
shout. Babe.
But if it's 350, then I'd completely A for analysts.
Yeah. By the way, guys, make sure you keep smashing that like button, and if you can't comment, it's because you haven't subscribed.
Yeah,
so you
know what, people, and we've just hit 3K. I salute to everyone, especially I want to shout out everyone that has followed us from day one, right? Because there's about 2.4K that followed us from day one. We had a little brief spell off while we did our own thing, Trafford Tunnel going this way, me going that way on other channels. Now we're bringing everything back, but I also massively want to shout out all the subscribers that have subscribed in the last 3 weeks, because you, man, have helped to reignite the channel. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, because I wasn't sure if we could, and we might have to start again. So thank you, because you've proven me wrong. Keep smashing likes. Yeah. So a few other things that have happened today, and one of them's happened while we've been streaming. Apparently, it's now been confirmed that Gabriel, Jesus, and Arsenal have come to terms.
What?
Verbal contract, same as the Kalvin Phillips thing. Ultimately, that the two clubs have agreed now.
Then here we go at all.
It was a Fabrizio Romano drop. To be fair,
that means
I don't know. Was there a here? Hold on, breaking news. Was there a here we go? Was it let's go or here we go? Here we go. See, this is where I've got a daughter and I'm kind of confused with let it go.
When was that done, by the way?
This evening, while you were on the phone ordering pizza.
He didn't say here we go. He said Arsenal, Manchester City have reached a full verbal agreement today for Gabriel Jesus. Deal in place after new meeting. Being told guaranteed fee is 45 million. Arsenal are now working on personal terms, and Gabriel's
get that off.
Final step to get the deal completed very soon.
You know what?
There's no here we go.
That's a really good question. Why do players in La Liga sign mad release clauses? I'd probably say because, do you know what? I'll be 100. I think it is probably because by the fact of La Liga filing a complaint against City and Liverpool. Do you know what it is, bro? I think they're fucking shit scared that they're becoming feeder clubs for the top clubs in the Premier League. And so they're signing these release clauses. The one thing with me you need to realise is, and this is where comments are really bad for me, is I am the worst person at going off on tangents, right? At school, I had to remove myself from classrooms because if I heard a conversation, I'm gone with the conversation. So when I get asked these things, can I get anyone in the comments take on... Can I get anyone's comments on what's the name of the guy that's just signed Soups? We were talking him on earlier. Leipzig player just signed a new contract with a 60 million release clause. French Don.
Not Mukiel, is it?
No.
Nkunku.
So he's just signed a new contract for Leipzig. Does 60? Can you two stop having conversations off?
I wasn't having a conversation. I was actually just under my rep saying on the mic, like,
this is why you need headphones and we need to be in separate rooms because all of a sudden you're too damn comfortable, bro.
I said, can you imagine Nordy Mukiel with a 60 million release clause? Are you stupid?
But don't you think do you think he's washed? I think
Mukiel.
No, Nkunku.
No, Nkunku's a bad boy.
So do you think 60 million going into a season where he's going to have the World Cup playing for France? All right, he might not be a starter, but coming off the bench. Do you not think that 60 million could be quite low?
That is quite low in this market. This is a guy that got double figures in goals and assists.
And if he goes,
5 goals, 50 games.
If he goes to the World Cup, if he starts off banging again for Leipzig, goes to the World Cup, yeah, and all right, even if he does not start every game, if he comes on for France in 1 or 2 games and scores, yeah, 60 million to me sounds very, very, very low.
And let me tell you this as well, Daps. Yeah, see Nkunku, right? He can play multiple positions. A utility player. This is where Man United fucked up with Ralph Rangnick, right? He was our main target. It was clear as day he was going to be our main target, not De Jong. But De Jong could have been another main target. Obviously, Ten Hag coming, but they fucked on Ralph Rangnick. That link there to Leipzig messed up. 60 million. We need a right winger. We need someone that can play also striker. Would that not be the perfect solution for Man United? And now we're seeing links for Chelsea in for Sterling. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another City signing of Nkunku to go to City because I think Pep Guardiola would love him. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool might be chasing him a little bit.
You know what? I think this is the other thing to shout out to everyone in the comments. Yeah, I don't want anyone to ever watch these shows and think that.
60 million euro release clause.
Right, so that's like 53 million.
I can't believe what?
It does seem that someone's saying, yeah, that does seem mad. But apparently, me and Soups were saying, if anyone can pull up, let me finish what I was going to say just then. Anyone that thinks that I'm coming on here acting like I'm a football expert, let me tell you now, I am not. Okay, like, I'm one of the first people to say I watch my club, and apart from that, I'm just winging it, right? So this is where the comments really help me, and this is where I appreciate the comments because the comments jump in, and this is why I got Cass around me. I've got Soups on the buttons and Hold Tight Ty because Ty knows his stuff, but also Hold Tight All Man in the comments because I'm learning stuff off of you lot. So you lot are saying that he's basically done the usual one. It's a bit like Grealish with Villa. You know what I want? I'm going to give you, man, 1 more year. Who said it? Pull up. Who said it? Someone said this.
About Villa.
A bit higher. Now let me find it quick.
2026 he's signed.
Someone said, whoever it was that said it in the comments. So
what did he say exactly?
He said basically that he's willing to give them 1 more year. So that's why they put the release clause in there. And it's probably that Leipzig didn't pay too much for him. So to them, 60 mil's bless.
The 2-year extension, that's all.
Yeah, but it just seems 60 million for a player that I'm seeing links everywhere. I'm seeing high numbers. He's French. He's going to the World Cup as a team that probably are one of the favourites to win it. For me, it seems like his value could go through the roof.
No, so if you have someone at 60 million, a release clause 60 million, that means a lot of people can go in and activate the release clause.
Right, go on.
So there's,
Usman said it apparently.
8-9 teams who can activate that
Yeah,
release clause.
but then
so that starts the bidding war.
Oh, then is that how it works? So it's a bit
war.
like a yard where they do that open the closed envelope thing.
Yes. So the minimum that they're willing to receive is 60 million.
Okay.
Not if it's a release clause.
No. What I'm saying is, as a release clause, that starts a bidding war.
Oh, if multiple clubs want that thing.
Yes.
So let me just. I don't know if everyone can hear Soups or not, but what Soups is saying is, and that 60 million will start a bidding war, because if 10 man go in for him.
But a release clause, I thought they have to accept the money and he can.
Yeah, but if there's 10 man that all offer the release clause.
Yeah, but that means the player gets to choose where he wants to go, and the club have no say on it.
No, that's the club is still in.
Hold tight, DZ-ish, who said, whoever's chatting, give him the mic.
Chatting,
Yeah, it's Soups in the background. Listen, we need to get him again, for those that don't know, we're in my man cave very soon. Very soonish. That's Soups. Soups does all the graphics. He's a genius. He's the one that actually educates. I'm the one that chats shit. My brother in life.
Yeah,
But,
but Keenan saying, I think they have to accept the release clause. Once you got a release clause, the release clause is the money accepted to be released, and not mean it's going to be a bidding war. I'm pretty sure it happened with Hazard back in 2000.
Yeah, Hazard's fat. I don't care.
You know, 2000.
Fuck Hazard.
You know what? I'm not going to. I'm not. If you sound like you sound confident,
Yeah,
so I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it to
me
him.
on this. So, but yeah, 61 of you in here. I don't know what the likes are on. I'm not even going to watch it.
I'm going to go on my phone.
Yeah,
and quickly have a
but
check.
there's 61 of you in here. Really appreciate you in here at whatever time.
67,
Appreciate
67.
If
52
you
likes.
look at your thing and the thumb is not lit, please just hit it quickly.
Hit that lit.
It will help to push us. You're going to have a stream about how City changed your life. You know what? Put that up, no, put that up. That's a really good comment. So yeah, Thunder Rod. It's scheduled for day. Yeah, we removed it. So just to give you a real quick one on that. Basically, I set up that stream when I was on the way back from Manchester the day after we won the league, where it's documented somewhere. I wasn't having the best of times. I was reflecting on the last 6 months and things that have gone on in my personal life and whatever, things that are still going on in my personal life, to be honest with you. And I realized that Manchester City and how basically I've put everything into Manchester City and into YouTube to kind of keep myself busy. That week I had a bad week. I lost my dad a couple of days later. I had a meltdown on Coppish. Hold tight, Callum. That is all sorted. And I was going to do it when I decided to do the show. It was before my dad had passed away. It was before I'd had the meltdown, and it was kind of it would have been an emotional show. And I thought, you know what, I want to do it. Unfortunately, because of going on streams and continuing to do streams, I actually had that meltdown on other people's shows. I am going to do it. We've just been busy with content, and you know what? I might do it soon. I'm going to do it soon, but it will be a good show because it's all about how important football is to our lives. And I truly, truly believe that the amount of people that I speak to in Instagram, and hold tight every single one of you, where we talk about how important to some of us football is. So, yes, singing the blue. Yeah, right. So, Kalvin Phillips, we spoke on that, and Kunko, we spoke on that, although we weren't. Hold tight, Oris locked in. Who else do we need to speak on? Right, so let's go through the City ones real quick, because obviously
Phillips is done pretty much.
Phillips is done. Phillips is done and dusted. So then we've got the Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal, which I kind of don't think there's too much to say on it. We kind of resigned that Gabriel Jesus is to go. For me, I don't want him to go. But I think all City fans resigned he's going. Do you know what? I'll be honest. I'm bored to death of seeing Liverpool Sadio Mane tribute shows. Right? I have seen so many tribute shows to Sadio Mane. Salute to the guy. The guy was a legend. They sold him at the right time. They got some money for him.
Quite a good fee as it goes.
They got better than I thought, to be honest with you. I wish my views on Sadio Mane and him leaving, we'll come to that in a minute, with him leaving Liverpool was more documented, because I was screaming it before they even won the Premier League, that the minute he wins a Premier League, that Don's going to want to leave. And I actually attribute them dropping off the season after slightly to Mane's contract talks breaking down. But that's a different story. Now, with Jesus, I'm telling you now, I'm going to do, once it's finally announced, I'm going to be a Liverpool fan, and I'm going to do a tribute show to Gabriel Jesus, because, and I'm not one of these guys that has jumped on the bandwagon from he scored 4 goals against Watford. I've been Gabriel Jesus from the start. I believe in, I always compare it to Liverpool's fans' love for Bobby Firmino. If you're a City fan and you really watch the player, what he does for this club is, or for what he's done for our club off the ball, is really, really good. So I'm going to do that. But there's a few other things to do with City that we need to talk on. So the first one is, I don't believe this is confirmed yet, but City are set to sign Stefan Ortega, who has just been called up to Germany. as a reserve keeper. I believe he plays in the Albanian league, from what I can find. Now, he's being brought in as obviously. So his name is Stefan Ortega.
He's from, I don't know, it's from
If you know the name of the club, I salute you.
Armenia Bielefeld.
Right. So is that not in Armenia? See,
No, it's the German league, bro.
Bro, I thought that said Armenia. So
he's from
Armenia.
the
There we go.
Bundesliga.
I did give the. I did say earlier. My football knowledge overall outside of City is.
Well, I can give you.
Is that an actual team? Armenia
Bielefeld, yeah.
What an awful name. They
Basically,
must have recently got promoted.
League. They're in a German league. I'm not too sure if they got relegated. I think they did. They wear a white kit. Just for people that think I'm doubting him. But long story short, he's a good shot stopper.
Thank you everyone for pulling me up on that and for not laughing at me. You're welcome to.
He's a good shot stopper. He's a bit different. He's quite similar to Alisson in a way, but at the same time, at the same time, obviously you wouldn't bring a keeper that's not good with his feet. But it's a team that conceded a lot of shots, so he's had a lot of. His defense was really bollocks this season for him, so he pulled him out. This is an
interesting one because this is what I say about Edison. It's very easy to not rate Edison because of he doesn't have to save too many shots. So if we go by stats alone, the stats might tell a bit of a lie. Interesting. So he's been brought in, and I believe one of the main reasons is, although I think conveniently the main reason being given is very risky keeper. James. Yeah. See, James knows his stuff on keepers, so that's an interesting one. James, what do you mean by that? So James, people that don't know, James has got his badges. His son is also a goalkeeper, so that's quite. I have a lot of conversations with him about Edison. Thiago's father, big Liverpool fan, got a channel as well called Red Sea Pod. If he's still doing it, don't know if he's or not. So the news is apparently that Zach Stefan, obviously, it's the year of the World Cup. He needs to go out and get some game time, cement his position. Zohab, Edison may well have a lower save percentage than Jordan Pickford last season. However, let me just really quickly break this down. If City have 4 shots and one of them goes in, his save percentage is 75. Yeah, but listen and you'll hear it, Soups. Oh, before you try and do the Man United slander in the background. Right? No, I see what you're doing there, bro. Don't do that. Right, let me hear the breakdown. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Context. Well, maybe I'm getting rattled as an Edison fan, but please listen and stop looking at the other United fan, right? Edison has 4 shots, saves 1, saves 3, 1 go in. Save percentage, 75%. Pickford playing for Everton, 12 shots. No, 10 shots, because I'm not good at maths. 10 shots, saves 8, 2 go in. What's his save percentage? That wouldn't work. But you know what I'm saying? That basically the save percentage is relevant to the club you play for. If you're playing for Burnley, you were on some slander.
No, he wasn't.
So what were you going to say then? You picked up on the Pickford thing. So what were you going to say?
No, so I saw a comment that said...
Yeah, and what was your view on it?
So it said Edison had a better save percentage.
Daps is rattled. He's rattled.
Yeah, and what was your... Were you going to laugh at that?
Get onto Daps being rattled.
I asked him. I said no. So I asked Cass.
Get onto Daps getting rattled.
Is that true?
See, you were. It was slander. You were ready to jump on slander.
Get onto Daps. Get onto Daps. Get onto Daps. Get onto Daps.
I said, that can't be right. Is that true? That's
no, you didn't say, is that true? Bro, don't backtrack.
I wholeheartedly did.
Anyway.
Cass, but like literally, I said, that can't be right. Is that true?
Listen, I'm not here. I'm not here to.
I will back you to the end of time. And listen, let me get close to the mic.
Go on. Let me calm down with this Edison slander.
Yeah, no. See, that's what I think. The thing is, we know Daps has a special place in his heart for Edison. And me,
on the blue bus
friend, I would never slander Edison like that. So I just asked Cass when I saw the comment that said Pickford had a better save percentage.
Soups had something to say, guys. I'm just saying.
So I just asked Cass. I said, that can't be right. Is that true?
Absolutely top liar.
Because we were talking about it, Daps was like, hold on, what?
No, you didn't say, is that true? You're putting extra words in there. Anyway,
yeah, I totally believe you, Soups. He's a liar, trust me.
Anyway, listen, we all know why Edison's there. That's a different debate, and I'm not willing to have it on this show because that's not what this show's about.
Off limits.
Yeah, do you know what? I feel like anyone mentions Edison, I'm going to block you.
Fuck Edison.
Bro, you can't say fuck Edison with De Gea in goal, bro.
I can.
Well, you can say it, but it means nothing.
Because the relevant to the keeper of the club and the shot stoppers he's been making, as you just correctly said,
So what's De Gea doing for you? Do you want to keep De Gea at Man United?
Bro, come on, man. Look at the defense.
Hold on. Do you want to keep De Gea at Man United?
I do.
Okay.
I do want to
keep
him.
That works out.
I do want to keep him. Maybe he ain't got the best distribution, but he's shot stopping and diving. Yes, he might let a few goals in, but what keeper doesn't?
Right, so to confirm, he lets a few goals in, but also has piss poor distribution.
Yeah, but he's got a piss poor defense in front of him.
I mean, you lot keep him. We'll keep Ederson. You keep De Gea, and let's see how it turns out for both of us.
Look, let's face it. In a modern game, De Gea doesn't have a role in the modern game.
But you want to keep him.
But for now, yes, because yes, I do.
So you believe in Ten Hag bringing a new style of football, but you want to keep De Gea.
For now, I'm saying for now, I want to keep De Gea. Yes, I don't think a keeper is the most relevant situation to be changing at Man United at this current time.
Anyway, right, we're going to move on. So apparently, yeah, the reason for him coming in is to replace Zach Stefan, who's going to go out on loan, I believe, because he needs to get his game time up and secure his position for.
Soups is spending you like soup. Bless him. Simon says Soups.
I mean, keep calling him Soup. Keep calling him Soup
soup.
right now with them takes on Ederson. Keep calling him Soup.
They're calling you Soups with a U in it.
Right, so that was one thing. Now, other news coming out is Taylor Harwood-Bellis has gone to Burnley. I don't know if it is that Vinny's first signing.
That should be
first signing. It's a loan.
No, Soup's like super
Super Super.
Well, we call him Soups just for short.
So yeah, Taylor Harwood-Bellis going to Burnley on loan. For those of you that don't know, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, younger City player, come through our academy, also from Stockport, the same place as a certain Phil Foden. He's been on loan at Anderlecht under company. He's also been on loan at, I believe it was Stoke and Blackburn.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So he's got a lot of game time out on loan.
Stoke.
And yeah, he's company's first signing on loan. It makes sense. I mean, he's a Manchester boy. It means playing for Burnley. He can stay local. He's got a relationship with Vinny already. Vinny clearly rates him. Unless, I don't know, I kind of hope there's a few more that go in that direction. So that's another one, and that's a loan. The next one was, where are we? Now, this guy, and if there's any City, Raheem, any of the other lads that know quite a bit about City's youngers, Darko Gabi, who was part of the Manchester City I want to say under 23s, but the Manchester City Premier League 2 team that won the league this season. Also has got a few caps for England. Now he's been reported to be going in the opposite way as Kalvin Phillips to Leeds. Not a done deal yet, but it is apparently, and I don't believe it is linked. It's not part of the deal. It's just also happens to be going in the opposite direction. So that's another one for City. And then finally, the last one for City, which I did have, and I can't find where it is. Bear with me. Was one of the ones that has been reported a contract renewal. That's it. Where is it? Where is it? People, if you are watching, please smash the likes.
Keep smashing the likes. You know what? I'm going to have a little count on it now. Currently, 63 people in here with 62 likes. I suppose it's a fair share, but I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there is more, what's it called, people out there that haven't liked the stream just yet. Nearly at 70. So if you haven't, make sure you keep doing that thing. Make sure you're sharing it if you can. If you got time to share it to people, even better, guys, man. Keep subscribing as well. Loads of content. It's not just City. So if you are City,
we are going to move on from City in a minute. So we're just getting all this
stuff
out.
Coming on the show. Some things in the work for other fans. Liverpool, that's the only hint I can give. Man United is another one I can give.
Sorry, there we go. And the last bit of news coming out of Manchester City, thank you, was Luke Betty. Luke, people know my.
Who's Mbete? In the comments, can someone tell me what Mbete is like? Because
he's played in a few. I think it's a few Carabao games for us.
To get a 5-year contract.
City
right now, you must be pretty special.
So out of the younger lot coming through, so you know obviously of McAtee, Cole Palmer, you know of
we don't know Zohaib, you know. Go on.
The Belgium DM.
Go on.
We've been speaking on him.
Lokonga?
No. City, bro, we're talking.
The City DM, that's
We've been speaking on him. Someone will say it
gives with an
again.
M.
Someone will say it in a minute. I can't
The
remember.
old
Belgium.
I can't remember, the young baller.
Lavia, thank you. Lavia.
Lavia.
Thank you. So behind them, Mbete is probably one of the main names that you'll hear people talk of. Oh, he played in the Champions League. Was it the Champions League he came on in?
Apparently, yeah. Someone confirmed that he came in the Champions League. Daniel.
He's a very, very strong physical defender. Like I said, he's been one of the main people coming through the academy. One thing that I will say on any youngsters that are signing these type of contracts, that shows you, right, so anyone that knows the Jadon Sancho, Foden, and guy that went to Spain, not Garcia, it was before him.
Torres?
No, way before that. About one of the first Spanish players that came through our youth academy. Again, someone will say it. The season that Jadon Sancho left Manchester City is one of, I think it was
When they're going to America.
Yeah, it was one of Pep's, I think it was Pep's, maybe going into Pep's second or maybe even first summer. And they were going, Briam Diaz, that's it.
Diaz, yeah.
And basically, what was said to these three players, being Foden, Sancho, and Diaz, was, we want to take you on tour with the elders. That's an interesting one. We can talk on that in a minute. That's a very interesting one. But you need to sign a new contract.
100%.
Foden signed. Diaz signed. Jadon Sancho, AWOL. Right? And at that point, that's where he went, right? So when you see these younger players sign big contracts round now, I'm telling you, that means they're going to feature a lot in the summer on our tour. So Empty,
there's another one of your youngsters are set to sign for Bundesliga club.
Samuel Edouzi, okay. He's another one that spoke of quite highly. So, but yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised seeing Mbete feature a lot on the tour. If he signed a 5-year, I didn't realize it was a 5-year. That is a big one. But I mean, that probably makes sense with how much the club have faith in him. What does he want to drink?
It's crazy, you know. I don't want to say it because I look like I'm a wannabe or something. So I'm not even gonna say it. I just love these guys in the comments, man.
What, you know so much about the youngsters as well?
Not just the youngsters. I expect people, if they watch football, you should know at least something about youngsters. I'm not saying everything, because apparently, guys, to not be a Plastic City fan, you have to go to all home games and be a season ticket holder. Doesn't matter if you got kids. Doesn't matter if you got doesn't matter if you got
do you know what, actually
a funny relationship with people or anything. As long as you go to 75% of away games, on top of that, you are not.
Yeah. So this was a kind of, something was going on between a City fan and another City fan, and they were debating, and one of them was calling the other one the plastic. So I just kind of said, does that make me a plastic? And he said, well, if you haven't got a season ticket, then you're a plastic. And I said, well, I haven't got a season ticket because I got offered East Stand, and I don't want East Stand. I want Lower South. And I know that I can buy Lower South. I have access to a Lower South ticket every single game, so I don't need to buy one. I also have access to every single European game, so I don't need to buy one. I also have access to most away games, so I don't need to buy one. So I'm not going to go and buy a season ticket in a stand I don't want to sit in. Also, I live about 100 miles away, probably more than that. And also I have a daughter, right? So going to every single game can prove that little bit difficult. I try my best, but it can prove a little bit difficult, a little bit expensive, especially because I like European away games. So anyway, the guy came back to me and said he considers everyone a plastic fan unless you go to every single home game and 75% of away games. And I was just like, you know what? That's cool. You've probably put out about 98% of City's fan base, because we do have kids, we do have other commitments, but interesting people's takes on plastics. For me, a plastic is someone that has moved to support, that is over the age of probably about 13. Is this another one?
Whoa. So
over the age of 13 and recently changed to supporting a team because they're successful. That for me would be plastic. Now,
companies using these links very well.
CJ Egan-Riley is set to join Burnley on a permanent deal. Okay, 350 further 400.
I don't like this.
Do you know, Daniel?
Like
Daniel,
this.
Just quickly, Daniel, hold tight, Daniel. Salute for bringing us the info. could I ask you, is there a sell-on clause or is there a buyback clause? Just a question. I think that's one thing we should always put in on younger players, unless maybe they just don't believe that there is ever going to be much. We should always put a buyback clause in. A sell-on clause. Maybe not a buyback, but there are plastic fans that have an accent. That's a really good, really, really good show.
You know what I don't like here? So Man United done this thing with Salford City, right? The team that obviously Gary Neville, there's a link obviously between our youngsters go to Salford City and help. So what you might notice is a few other clubs might do that with lower league clubs as well. Have like
we do it with a lot of. We've got feeder clubs, but they're part of the City group.
But now it's looking like Vincent Kompany. If he was to be successful at Burnley, not who knows for how long, but he's building a relationship. Burnley's close to Manchester. You send some of your youngsters there, even if it's on a permanent.
It's very clever.
It's a very, very clever move. And this is what keeps City one step ahead right now. And Liverpool do the same thing. Tranmere Rovers, Blackburn Rovers. They got a really good relationship with Blackburn. To be fair, they do the same thing. And this is again, this is why these clubs are one step ahead.
I mean, the big thing with City is it's the other teams we've got. Yeah. So all the other teams we've got around the country that are around the world that are part of the City Football Group. But the other thing that's really interesting is we also have agencies worldwide, which are scouting agencies. So like Alvarez, that has been picked up by the scouting agency that are based over in South America. So anyway, right. Let's leave City for now. Yeah, so someone's saying, don't know, Daps probably will be one. Someone said, where was it? Yeah.
Mike was asking if you can join the stream. Griggs. I won't be able to hear him, but you can. If he says anything, just let me know if you want.
Yeah. We can do. To be fair, I'll have to put my headphones on. Yeah, send him the link. I
ain't got the link. Soups, do you mind sending me the link?
Soups, can you grab the link?
We're going to be joined by a United Journal writer, by the way. So a big writer coming in the building.
Yeah, because we're going to move on for this. Sorry. So one last thing. Someone did say, hold tight to Raheem, who said, and salute to everyone that helps us out by feeding us information. I wish I had enough time to be so in the know all the time. Hold tight, Ty, Mr. ITK.
To be fair, though, Daps,
he said there's a sell-on clause, no confirmation of buyback clause. Now, to me, that tells me that ultimately they don't ever think that he's going to be good enough to play for Manchester City, which makes sense. If you're selling someone, I would hope to God you don't believe they're going to be good enough. Buyback clause, sell-on clause, because obviously if they want a bit of that money, we need to be doing that far more often with Barcelona.
Can you kick me out of the stream as soon as I come in?
Yep, absolutely. I will kick you out. There's 67 of you in here, rising up to 75 every now and again. Keep smashing the like,
subscribing. All the better.
Yeah, this is a good shout as well. Blackburn do look a good shout for promotion this season. Blackburn is slowly picking up a bit.
There was quite a lot of you nearly teams.
Yeah, I'm ready. And James saying, but this is why the youth talent stagnates in the UK. Other countries have B teams that play in leagues. This Premier League team aren't. Now, James, before you add Michael, because I need to put my headphones on. James, the one thing I would say about that is, it is a good point and a fair point about the B team. However, we do have Premier League 2. Now, Premier League 2, I believe most clubs play under 23s in Premier League 2. But if we're talking about youth development, then actually anyone that's over the age of 23, you wouldn't see as youth development. I mean, I know Chelsea still see Loftus-Cheek as a youth player, but
we still saw Lingard's
still twerking like he's 18. But I think there is with the Premier League 2. I do get what you're saying. There is value in it. I think one of the biggest things we missed out on, and I can't remember who brought this up, was with the 5 sub rule. What we should have put in the 5 sub rule was that 2 of the subs or 1 of the sub or whatever needs to be homegrown, younger, come through the academy. So you can't. So maybe if you do make 5 subs, or if you make 3 subs, 1 of them, or if you make 5 subs, 2 of them should have come through the yeah. And this is the whole thing. Everyone says this. Sorry, I need to either turn the fan on a bit more.
I think you do. Yeah.
No, that would be better.
Have you got on swirl?
Huh?
Maybe swirl it so you can go.
Swirl it sounds like we were after.
No, not that sort of swirl. Like, let it keep turning so you can air the whole room, innit?
Do you know what?
That's banging. Oh, is this Love Island all over again? Get Matisse in.
Nah. In the words of Fabrizio Romano, let's go.
Damn.
Right, let me just change this and then we will be good to go.
I think it's, yeah. Palmer's and McAtee are breakthrough. Ooh, sorry, mate. This one.
That's cool. I can hear myself twice. People, Michael, can you hear me twice?
No, I hear you once.
Perfect. What are you saying, Bo? You good?
Yeah, good. Thanks for letting me on.
No, thanks for joining us.
It's my perfect way to. Can you hear me, Daps?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you twice.
Oh, okay. My
It's
bad.
annoying.
My bad.
Go on.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, can you hear me? I was wondering how it is because if people don't know, I'm actually in the same room. Some people might not actually notice that I'm behind you right now.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's move on from City. What else do we need to talk on? The second one was Wayne Rooney. What are you, man, saying? Do you want him at United?
No.
I don't see enough credit. What do you think, Michael? We were speaking about Tunnel not too long ago for about 25 minutes or so.
Yeah, I said no. I think the fan base feel like everyone wants like the experienced coach. He obviously has like barely any coaching, just that derby. And I don't want to see Wayne Rooney get hate because that's my United GOAT. It's the best player that we've ever had at the club, arguably the best English player in history as well. So I'm not trying to see him get hate. So that'd be terrible to watch. Just let him
I feel about Vinny.
Yeah, just let him cook in like
Michael,
2025.
was on Grizz's channel. Big up you, boy.
Yeah, I just came
Hold
off.
tight, Grizz.
I got called Dylan Dennis on that show by one of the comments.
I've got a question for Daps then. Do you kind of find it? Do you quite like it that you're seeing United fan? Obviously, you mixing quite well with Liverpool fans, Coppish, Grizz, etc., etc. Now you're seeing the United fan mixing with like Man City now, like Man City and Liverpool as well. Just as fans and not actually arguing 24/7.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Good stuff.
100%. When I go through shows like when we were playing Liverpool a lot at the end of the year, I was having to do a lot of shows with Liverpool fans, and actually a lot of the shows were really good. Grizz was one of them. Hold Tight Coppish. There's a few other Liverpool channels, Hold Tight Monts, where I can go on and have a good football debate. There's some that you go on, it's just point scoring, and it's just like, and it's ultimately, if you go on their channel and it's a Liverpool channel and their comments are full of Liverpool fans, then it's almost like sometimes I'm just like, I can't be bothered even having this debate with you, because you're going to tell me that your football team, who's won one Premier League in however many years,
One in like 30 odd.
Right? You're going to tell me, and your manager's better than my manager. I'm not going to steal Steve's lines, but your manager is better than our manager, apparently. You're then going to put 7 of your players in a combined 11, but then you only win the league once against our team that's won it this many times. I'm confused because something's not adding up. Either your manager that is apparently the best manager in the world isn't the best manager in the world, or your 8 players in a combined 11 are not actually the best. So that type of crap I can't be bothered with. When you can see people actually have an honest football debate, that I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I don't like point scoring. Although if someone has to do the point scoring, don't get me wrong, I will do it if need be. But I don't like doing it. So
yeah, big up Monts, big up Rums as well, man. Might see them on Never FL one day. Who knows?
So Rooney, what do people think?
I don't know. I want to know people's comment. Look, I know people. I know Wayne Rooney's was too busy back in the day scoring bicycle kicks on my birthday against Man City. But all of that aside, right?
You know what I just said about point scoring. Fucking hell.
It's all we got. All we got. But anyways, guys, just keep sure you're smashing the like button. If you can't get a comment in, please subscribe. I feel like that's the only way. That's what we set to. I feel like it just makes us recognize you as a subscriber for one. And also after being a subscriber, we actually talk to our subscribers. We actually got football chats going. What
you're doing right now, you started talking about Wayne Rooney, dropped a point scoring comment, and then drifted off into the background talking about likes, bro. Yeah. So back to Wayne Rooney.
Anyways, that's why are you pointing out my whole strategy?
Because you tried to talk about overhead kicks.
I want to know what people think Wayne Rooney can get to, because I feel like he done the right thing sticking out with Derby. I feel like he done the right thing not jumping the gun to go manage Everton, because he could have been in Frank Lampard's position right now. He could have been a Frank Lampard, jumping the gun, going into Chelsea, doing a bigger job than he should have, rather than getting experience. I don't think Rooney would take a Premier League job even if it was offered to him right now. That's my honest thing, and I feel like he has the fundamentals to become something. Vincent Kompany done the same thing in Belgium for a couple of years, and now he's jumped the gun to Burnley. It's got a decent setup there, but he's gone to Burnley. He's done the right thing. He's doing the correct steps rather than thinking he's bigger than he is. He got a Solskjaer, perfect scenario. You don't want to be that guy.
If I was Vinny, I would have stayed away for longer.
And again, it's the same thing. Steven Gerrard's done the right thing, in my opinion. Went to Rangers, done his thing there, but maybe jumped the gun a bit.
Jumped the gun. Both of them jumped the gun.
Jumped the gun a bit too early to Aston Villa. I thought
both of them jumped the gun.
I feel like he should have stuck it out at Rangers a little bit more, and I feel like he was doing something amazing. And look what Rangers went and done, even better. So was Gerrard holding them back? I don't know, but
he was.
But the thing on Vinny, you said, bro,
you got
no. Vinny's come over to the Premier League too early.
I don't think so. I feel like if Burnley was stuck in the Premier League and he took that job, then yes. But they're not in the Premier League no more. They're in the Championship. Right. And they got rid of a lot of players, and he can literally build his image, because Burnley need to stop being his Stoke style of type of football. It's like, remember, Burnley just got rid of Nick Pope. They're going to lose probably Ben Mee, maybe. Ben Mee, maybe. That's a
pause.
Anyway, that sounded a bit fruity. But and obviously Tarkowski. There's big rumors about Tarkowski going to, is it Newcastle? I believe
might be Everton.
We've just signed another centre back in Sven Botman, who we was going to get onto.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? I just want to say something quick on this one, Ravi. So Ravi's saying, Daps, you should sit down next to Cass and chill.
No, you don't understand. Daps, remember, if Daps sits down, he's got to take his muscle relaxers, and we don't need that happening right now at his age. He's only in his 30s, his young 30s. He's just turned 31, I believe. And he's got to stand up because he's got bags of energy. If you're sitting,
if I sit down, my energy goes.
To be fair to anyone in this chat right now, think of it. If your team, and I suppose majority of you are City fans in here, or half at least, your team's banging on and winning, are you not going to be, and you're talking about them in front of loads of people, you're not going to be standing up, be buzzing, talking about your club right now. Upstanding you know what citizen. It is? Exactly. You like that one? You like that one?
you know what it is, yeah? Basically, for anyone that's watched me for the last 9 months, I've been standing a lot, yeah? If you would have gone back before that, I was always sat down. But the minute I started doing maybe bigger YouTube shows and coming up against a lot of Liverpool fans that were just on smoke, I had to stand up. Otherwise, if I sit down, I can't be asked with an argument. If I stand up, then I'm all for it. So that's the main reason why I do it. As I say, there's going to be, I'm changing in the next couple of months. My cave, I'm moving it elsewhere, and it's going to be a lot bigger, twice as good.
Oh my word! The show we can have
and there, like, and then I will be sat down more. But anyway, so you two, you're both saying Rooney, no. Does anyone know why? Where does everyone see Rooney going? Like, what do you see him doing?
Another management job, I think. I don't see him going to coach. I think he's too ambitious as a man, human being. No, I don't see Premier League. I don't see it. I feel like he would want for me, I feel like he would need a club that's a bit more stable than Derby. He done his thing.
Like who?
See, that's what I don't know. But I feel like he'll be patient and wait for that. Maybe even a league.
He's got enough money to be patient, to be fair.
Yeah, but he's an ambitious man, and anyone in here can agree. Obviously, big up Sam. Obviously, just done a stream. Big up you, man. Catching up to your numbers, my guy.
Hold tight, Sam. Anyone that doesn't know, this is football. Massive Liverpool fan. Controversial Liverpool fan right now as well, to be fair.
They onto him right now.
Make sure this is football. You follow them. Sam, we're on a show on Sunday together. Yeah, we need to catch up, man. Right, but let's move on. So Rooney, are you, man, ruling it out? There's nothing, because I know we all know by the fact of who got hired by your club yesterday. Was it Michael Keane's brother?
Yeah.
And I'm negotiations.
Michael Keane also came through your club's
academy,
youth team, right?
Yeah.
So it's jobs for the boys again. But I do think you're right. I think Rooney's too ambitious to be taking any sort of role.
Can you blame him for how much he achieved at Man United? You have to be ambitious in life. But then again, you can't let that ambition get over your head like Lampard. I feel like he's just going to be patient with this one, man. Honestly.
I hear you. What about you, Sue, Michael?
For Rooney, I don't know. I feel like I think he's gonna take another championship club.
You
I
think
think
he'll
it
go
will-
to a championship club?
Yeah, so I think obviously there's no openings right now because the season's about to begin. But I think any sacking, probably first 3 months, a manager gets sacked in the championship every
He'll be
3
in there.
months. So first job,
You can also
hopefully it's
go
like
for it,
hopefully it's like a mid-table or above because I actually want to see him like with a better team because Derby was not good. So that'd be nice.
I think there's too much going on there.
Yeah,
Constantly too much going on. And he actually did really well staying there and kind of weathering it out.
That's
to
a
be
good
fair.
shout. Look, Watford need a manager.
No. That's an awful shout, bro.
He'll get-
but it's
he'll
not-
get
it's not
sacked in
the
2
same
months.
club, but it's a shout.
Well, it's a shout that it's a club, but that is it. It's not.
They
They
got relegated, bro, just like Burnley did.
Bro, Watford literally get rid of managers every 3 months.
Yeah, but he could maybe. I don't know. It's just.
Oh, because he's a United legend, he'll be fine.
No, it's just a shout. It's just a shout. They need I didn't know who needs a manager, and he's obviously just gave us.
Nah, he won't take what. Again, if you're talking about ambition, he ain't going Watford, man. Watford's ambition to be in a job centre.
Do you know what I'm ambitious of those steps?
Go on.
Getting more likes, getting this to 100
I know
likes.
you are.
Very ambitious. Come on, man. Trying to get there. Keep going, guys, man.
Yeah.
There's loads of different fans in it. So if you're in the comments right now listening to this, shout out who you support. Just quick, don't say I support. Just write City, United, Liverpool, Newcastle, whatever you support. I just want to know if I don't know you, if I don't know you personally yet. Oh, shout. Do you like Arthur from Juve? The guy that came from
Also,
Barcelona.
Juventus fan. Not
This
City.
is the first Juventus fan I've ever met. I don't rate Arthur.
Not for City.
Not for City, not for Juventus either.
No.
I think he just didn't live up to the hype. Pjanic went one
Nah.
way, he went to the other. I thought they should have kept Pjanic. I thought he was better for the team. Personally, mate, Gastano. Or is it Gastano or Gaetano? I don't know.
Gaetano.
Go on.
Someone saying Rooney will manage United once. Ten Hag goes.
No, it won't
Christmas
happen.
at Christmas.
Oh my god, Zohaib Elim, come on, my guy, man.
So hey, who do you support?
Stuff for the love. Stuff for the love.
Yeah. So the other things we need to talk on. Newcastle player
Sven Botman.
Sven Botman. Do you know much on him, Cass?
Yeah, Sven Botman, Dutch player. Very
surprised you lot didn't try and sign him.
No. The thing is, we was last
Trying.
season, but I was surprised because Liverpool were actually in for him as well, and I thought he might have been a Liverpool player, but they opted to get Konate instead. But Sven Botman's a very technical player, left-footed, by the way, not very pacey, very calm on the ball, but I feel like he's got a lot. He's got a long way to go to ever reach heights. He doesn't start over De Ligt yet. He doesn't start over Van Dijk, of course. Yeah, but I feel like he's in the Dutch. I think he's in the Dutch setup.
Would you say it's a good signing for Newcastle?
Yeah, very good sign. I said this on a tweet. I got laughed at, by the way. And I was talking about what stops when Newcastle got the new owners. I remember saying what stops Newcastle from getting these young gems like Sven Botman, Bruno Guimaraes, and someone like the one for Leon what's his name? The number 10 for them, Paqueta. Like, players like that, and they're doing this. They're actually building a team for the long term, hoping that hoping these players will stay long term and believe in the project. So it will fend off these bigger teams that might say, "Oh, Bruno's doing this amazing again this season. Let's teeth him for like 50, 60 million." They can apply that tax onto those players. But City, I think Newcastle just adopted the way City done things slightly and going that way.
No.
From 2010 onwards,
they've adopted the way Newcastle did it. Sorry, City did it when everything changed. They could have learned from your
mistakes.
They have. I feel they already have.
2010 onwards, started getting actual players that you needed and started getting rid of the players you don't need.
Yeah. They've already said they're not willing to be held to ransom, which is good.
So yeah, Sven Botman, very good player for them. So watch out for him. I don't know what system Eddie Howe is going to go for at all. Yeah, I know we can play in a back three, that's a fact, but he can also play in a back four as he's been doing for Lille.
And just a quick one, Trippier wasn't alone, was he? That was a permanent.
No, that's a permanent as well. Yeah. Another good buy. There's too much injuries.
Yeah, very good buy.
He's got a great experience, so they've mixed that in well. Sven Botman went for 37 million euros to be exact, about 32 million pounds. So that's just a very, very good deal.
Michael, where would you see Liverpool finishing this season? Sorry, not Liverpool. Actually, answer that second. Newcastle.
I think the best they could finish, I think they 7th. I think they could sneak into that 7th spot. Ideally, somewhere like 7th to 10th. I think that's the range. 7th the best, 10th the lowest. But Botman's a good signing.
Sorry about that. 7th. So let me think. That is
Europa League.
no. I'm not seeing it as that. I'm seeing it as
Conference.
who drops out.
Someone said
West Ham.
ninth.
West Ham. I think West Ham take a dip.
Ninth
I think
to ninth?
that's a good shout.
What did he say?
He said, "Oh, sorry, you can't hear Michael."
No, I
can
can't.
you?
I'm
forgot
kind of
that.
relaying, like trying to read
Sorry.
it. Trying to read what he says. Read it.
What, Soups? Have you got a way to allow him to? Go on.
No, it's fine. You know,
Okay, no.
it's fine.
So Michael said that he thinks West Ham would drop out.
West Ham, yeah. If they don't get any signings, West Ham needs some reinforcements, big time, man. But Newcastle, I can't see Newcastle going from 9th, bringing more players in, going 9th to 9th.
What? So you think higher?
Yeah. I think whoever said 7th there, very good shout. I think 8th, 7th.
I think you're spot on with the signing side of things with West Ham. I think also another thing is Declan Rice is very important. How much they try and keep him. Chelsea, will they come in? I can't really see. There's no talk of anyone else in Declan Rice, is there?
No, it's just Chelsea.
Not that I know of.
I think they've priced him out of most people's.
Pretty much 150 million is a
that's insane.
It's a hefty fee.
But I'll be honest with you. I said this at the start of the transfer window. West Ham's board, they've always known that if Chelsea go in for Declan, they'll pay whatever. If people play the long game and then round August time start offering a bit less, West Ham's owners are sellers. I think you could get him for less than 150
I
million.
can't see it, man. That's their captain. It's on long-term contract.
Yeah, but a long-term contract just means they can ask for more money.
English tax, man.
I hear it. I don't know, but 120 million to West Ham's owners is a lot of money.
They're taking that.
It is, but I don't think he's worth 100 million.
What, you think they'd take that, Michael?
Yeah, if you come with 100 to
so.
120, they'll take it.
Of course they would, but I just can't. I don't think he's even worth that. So I just can't see any team paying it except for Man United because they're stupid.
I think Chelsea will.
Even if I'm a goal.
Well, that's what I want to come on to next is Chelsea, because I think there's so many talking. I'm doing a lot of stuttering today. With Chelsea, we don't know how they're going to act.
They're going to sign 6 players.
Yeah, but right. With Chelsea, everyone will tell us that we know how Chelsea do business. They always get things done.
Oh, big up Jaminho.
Yes, Jaminho, long-time moderator. Nice to see you in it, bro. Congratulations on Jesus. Please respect him, and I will respect your club. Just about.
Never respect Arsenal.
But how much will they move the same, Chelsea? Because we know how Roman moved, but we can't judge Chelsea under new owners to definitely move the same. No, but you say it's Marino, but it was Roman because it was Roman bankrolling it. Because without his money, it don't happen, right? Now, Deals, you're going to get activated on this one, 100%. I just feel like they're American owners, so I'm going to judge them as equally on the fact that they are American owners as I judge the fact that Chelsea get business done. And when you look at how much Chelsea needs, it's a really bad time for the takeover because they do need a lot.
I think he's trying to take charge of the transfers as well. The owner.
Yeah, I've seen reports of that.
Which is a bit crazy.
Ziyech off to Milan. Okay. Deal. How do you feel on that? Any other Chelsea fans, speak up quick so I know kind of who to look out for.
Can't see them. It's such a lack.
Michael, are you worried by Chelsea this season or?
No, I'm not scared by them. I think they're in a similar situation to us right now in terms of like it's uncertainty surrounding them. They have a lot of stuff. Like the guy in the comments that asked the American guy how does Todd Bowley run the Dodgers, since the Dodgers are a really well-run organization. To be fair, in terms of baseball, they are one of the best-run baseball teams in the country.
Right, so Deals just said this.
Yeah. He's a very opportunistic owner. He'll try to he's not like Roman. He's just not gonna go right away and dash the money I want that player. I'm getting him. I'm Roman Abramovich. He's gonna wait for the right opportunity to strike. But baseball's a little different than than football, in a way that in football the Dodgers are known as a powerhouse. Like they have the money. Chelsea right now they don't have that much money. He's already talking about FFP. I never heard Roman Abramovich mention FFP in like the 15 years that he ever ran Chelsea. I don't think he even knew what FFP was. He didn't care.
Well, he would have given him a suitcase of cash and he's done. And that's coming from a City fan.
This is coming from a Juve fan.
So I'm questioning it. I think they're probably gonna get Sterling if City are willing to sell him. Obviously, if that happens, I think that's the one player maybe. I was hearing
I don't think it makes sense, but
yeah, I mean, I was hearing Dembele talks, but I think he's staying at Barca. I think that's like the news.
Oh, what? He's going to sign a new contract? I heard, isn't he on a fee?
I heard sometime maybe it's not as reliable, but I heard that his agent offered him to other clubs, but the offers weren't right from them, and I think Barca might actually have the best offer because I think he wants like 500K plus in wages. Chelsea aren't offering that to him, obviously. No. I would, but because I think he's one of the best wingers on the planet.
But here's the thing with what you just said there. So Chelsea aren't willing to offer him 500,000. I did a show yesterday where we spoke on Sterling. Sterling is on 300 grand a week, winning trophies, guaranteed a place for England. And I don't care what anyone says about, oh no, he's not guaranteed. He is. Yes, we know Southgate is going to start Sterling, and this is going to be his big boy contract. For me, Chelsea are going to have to offer him 350 grand a week for him to leave City. And that's what I can't see that happening. And again, I don't know where they're going to play him. If they're going to play him on the left, who's playing through the middle? And how is that going to work?
I think it would be Sterling off the left, Kai up front, and then Mount off the right. That's not a good front three.
Right.
But...
Right. Okay. So it's kind of like a false nine type vibe.
Mount up three. That top three, sorry.
So I'm just going to show you this. This is from yesterday. This is Raheem Sterling's stats. So the two at the top are when he's playing false nine. So not when he's playing false nine, when City are playing a false nine. So no out and out striker. Look at his goals and assists. Then below that, a Sterling when he plays alongside a striker. The numbers that have got him the recognition that he deserves, right? When you look at that, I think it's pretty clear. You play Sterling on the left with a striker.
Yeah.
Havertz through the middle, it won't work, right? It will not work. So they need a striker. For me, they need a striker to get the best out of Sterling. If you're paying Sterling 350 grand a week, a striker's going to come in. What are they going to want?
I mean, funnily enough, this is going to be him next to Lukaku probably would have worked because Lukaku will occupy the center backs that will allow Sterling to roam a little free and get his goal scoring chance opportunities. But he's obviously gone now.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much on this. Anyone that wants to hear us talk more on it, me, Ty, Statman Baines, and Perusian Londoner spoke on it yesterday. Ladimus is in the cut, getting defensive. You guys, I don't know if that's aimed at the comments. Please take me out of you guys. I don't know who Todd Bowley is. He probably likes 10-pin bowling. Or, I don't know. I know.
Did someone say like?
10-pin bowling.
Ladimus, hold tight, Ladimus. If you're free tomorrow, I'd love to do a show with you, bro. I'll shout you.
No, I'm saying someone said like.
Another one.
I mean,
Richarlison. I don't see many men that really rate Richarlison high enough to be playing for a top team.
Let's face it, Tottenham already want him for depth.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to it.
But this is a thing. When you buy players for depth, you need to be buying players that aren't going to moan. Do you think Richarlison's going to sit on a bench and not moan?
Mm.
In a season where he needs
He's
to
going
cement
to.
his
He's
place
got
it's a World Cup year.
Place for the World Cup.
Richarlison has that sort of
World Cup
attitude
year.
to be moaning on the bench.
That's why
for
Jesus
sure.
is going to Arsenal right now.
Yeah, it's a World Cup year.
Richarlison will not be happy sitting on the bench and letting other man play. Again, it's one that doesn't make sense to me. And 100%, this is the one transfer window where players aren't thinking about the World Cup right now. The transfer window isn't just after the World Cup. They have to think about 4 months' time, 5 months' time, and how much this impacts them playing for their national team. So, who's the guy that you lot wanted? But Timber, that's saying he's not going to go because he doesn't want to risk his place for the national team.
Well, yeah, but this is... I
spoke on United, and now Cass is rattled.
That just screams weak mentality to me, man. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I would agree with that. My club would never do that. Anyway, so yeah, Chelsea. And Delit to Chelsea, I think, is picking up pace.
Yeah, they offered Werner money for Delit.
What they offer?
Werner and like 40 mil for Delit.
Wow. Hold tight, Werner. How much did Werner move to Chelsea for again?
50, I think.
90 million for a defender. That is a lot of money.
He's not good either, but that's...
I'm hearing that as well. I mean, I haven't seen enough of him. Can he play as a back three?
I think he'd be better in a back three than a back, because he's like Maguire. His defensive positioning is terrible.
But then, does Tuchel play back three next season? Or does Tuchel switch it up?
I don't see it. I don't see a back four.
You see a back four?
No, I don't. Because he's too used to that back three. I don't see him changing too much. But all
right, so let's look at it this way. Can Chilwell play in the back four?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he can, but he's better as a wing back.
Cool. Can Reece James play in the back four?
Yeah.
Can Thiago play in the back four?
No, I don't think he can.
Well, he did.
I don't think he can do a back four.
No,
because he got stripped when he got put back four when he first came.
That's Lampard
into back three, look way more comfortable.
Yeah,
that's Lampard tax.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't see Thiago Silva performing at his age at centre back at a consistent level when he's got two players next to him that can help him. I would call it 4 extra players.
It's just a question. I don't know. I mean, the Kunde thing, that seems to be stalling a little bit at the moment.
But I think he will play a back three, though, because I heard Ornstein said that if they sign Rafinha, Tuchel wants to play my left wing back, which is very, very terrible, by the way.
Ooh. Switching it up a bit. I don't know how Rafinha would feel about that.
That's probably why he wants Arsenal.
There must be a reason. All right. So that's Chelsea. I think Chelsea's they're probably
boring.
You need to stop this slander towards Chelsea, Mr. Man United. As a City fan, look at my energy. I'm talking about other teams. Look at this guy in the background, sat on his phone, couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less about Chelsea.
We talk about Man United and you get...
I don't want to talk about Man United as well. They're boring.
All right, Tottenham. Should we talk on Tottenham?
Yeah, I don't mind talking about Tottenham.
Right, so Tottenham so far have signed Perisic. We happy with that?
I think that's a very good signing, yeah.
Very good signing.
I think the Juventus guy in here could probably comment on that. Bissouma, who I don't think there's a person in the world that thinks it's a bad signing.
Except probably other fans. Who said? No, wait. I think they did.
No, that was officially they did sign him. Yeah, they did sign him.
That's a
They've
signing,
made that permanent. That's a good signing.
And they're about to sign Jed Spence whenever that will happen.
And
who's that? Say that again?
Jed Spence.
Yeah.
Another very good signing and cheap.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about like 15 to 20 million.
Do you think Tottenham are going to buy a marquee striker?
Nah.
Because that's what I keep hearing.
They're probably looking for another forward, just because in case Harry Kane does get injured, which he does every season, they're going to end up putting Son there. So who's the backup option? I'd be surprised if Lucas Moura leaves this season.
Well, they're losing Bergwijn too, so they need more.
Yeah, he's just not really getting enough game time.
I like Moura as well.
I do as well, but his time's done.
Yeah, I must admit this season his time has gone a bit. His time has dropped a bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm a big fan of Moura. I think Tottenham are having a good transfer window. I also think Arsenal are having a good transfer window, though. You do, Michael.
Unfortunately, yeah, I think based on the signings that I've heard, I'm not gonna lie. Arsenal. If I hear one excuse about them next year, because with this signing, this should be maybe not third. Like they should be solidified for top 4 next year. If they don't make it, because Arteta's getting the Kroenke war chest. I think Kroenke sniffed that winning juice in America since he just won the Super Bowl, and he just sniffed it, and now he wants to bring it to Arsenal because he's giving Arteta money after money after money. Because he got what Jesus is that's done now. Fabio Vieira, which came out of left field, that was a good signing. Rafinha is most likely going to get done. Lissandro Martinez.
You think Rafinha to Arsenal? I've heard about 2 weeks ago that they were confident they were going to get that over the line. They've drawn up contracts.
I'm confident they get over the line too, because Barca are still stuck with United in negotiations, and those two clubs don't know how to negotiate a deal at all. So I think Arsenal swoop in and get him. And I know Arsenal fans say, "Oh, he's backup for Saka," which is cap. One of them is going to play left wing, the other one's going to play right wing. That's what's going to happen.
Do you know what? I've had a thought on Saka. So the Coppish boys. Actually, firstly, let me just shout out Grizz. Hold tight, Grizz. Brother, you will be on the couch You will be on the couch very soon. We need to line that up to get you in here. Make sure you're happy with it before we start our show together. But hold tight, Grizz. Always locking in. People, you already know who he is, legend in the game. So make sure you subscribe to that. Now, on Saka. On Coppish the other day, we started speaking about Saka because there keeps being rumours about City. I was shocked that Saka hadn't signed a new contract. I thought he'd signed a new contract. And he hasn't, has he?
How long has he got left on his deal?
2 years.
Someone in the comments will say it very soon. You said 2 years, Michael?
Yeah, I think it's 2 years.
2 years? That's worrying.
For someone that loves Arsenal, for someone that's about to play in a World Cup, how much does he love Arsenal?
But that just tells me he's questioning the board and the ambition of the club and where he wants to be in life.
So based on that, when Arsenal have gone signed Saka to play on the right, Jesus potentially to play on the right, or maybe Rafinha to play on the right.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Okay.
Are Arsenal questioning Saka as well? Are Arsenal preparing for life without Saka?
I can't
see it. That would be a stupid idea.
Would it be a stupid idea if he hasn't signed a new contract and he's got 2 years left? Or would it be a clever idea in preparing?
Every player has their price.
Right, okay. Every player does have their price. If you don't have a replacement, his price is higher because you can't say, well, we don't need you. You do need him. You haven't got a replacement. If they have a replacement, they can then start playing a little bit harder ball with Saka because they can then say, go if you want, because we've got Rafinha, who's been doing it half the season.
That's
Jesus.
That's if they get Rafinha.
Well, they've got Jesus now who can play on the right.
I suppose, but then who's playing up front? And Nakia?
I'm just saying, again, are they preparing? Because Saka hasn't signed a contract. Are they starting to think, do you know what?
I'm not too sure. I feel like Arsenal are building something great right now. If they got Rafinha, Jesus, and Saka, and that's front three, that's very dangerous. The output is very good.
I don't disagree.
But that would mean, if they did get Rafinha, that means you would see Saka return to the left.
Or Rafinha on the left. He's played there before.
No, you want Rafinha cutting in.
So it's 3 years.
You'd have someone that's wide, who's got a great cross on him. He's very intelligent, can take ball to feet, and then you got someone that can cut in and who's got a deadly shot on him. And you got Jesus who can do a mixture of a bit of everything. Yeah. That's a perfect mixture of players you want up front.
Can I just say quickly as well, when I say these things, as I said earlier on, I'm not saying as somebody that is in the know and trying to tell you this is what's going to happen. I'm asking questions. I'm basically speaking out loud what my mind does, right? That when I honestly thought Saka had signed his life to Arsenal. I was shocked that he hadn't. If Saka can play on the left, it does make sense. I believe Saka's so intelligent. He can play left, right. He used to play left back. He's a great player. Yeah, that's why I think he's generational. He can, at that age, play all over the gaff. So it's interesting he hasn't signed yet. Jaminho, are Arsenal putting a contract in front of him and him not signing it? Or is it just not?
I don't think Arsenal's approached him.
No, they have. I think they have a little bit.
Surely they have. Very interesting earlier with Tyrone Daps. David Ornstein's got a lot on Arsenal, right? Arsenal news.
Yeah.
So and Soup, sorry. He would have probably been the first person to say that Arsenal in negotiation with Saka for a new contract, and then we would have all been speculating what's been happening if he's been taking too long. But yet that hasn't come out. Maybe he's holding back on that information, maybe not, but I'm not too sure.
So, yeah, someone said he holds back on information, didn't
So-
they? Zohab, I hear what you're saying, but I have heard that Arsenal seem...
I just don't think. Maybe you're right, Daps. Maybe they haven't offered him one. Maybe they are preparing for life without Saka, just because there might be internal conflict that we don't know about.
The other thing is, I did say earlier, hot take, it's probably not that hot, it's probably lukewarm. I honestly believe Fabrizio Romano probably sometimes drops information and gets given a little bit of money for dropping information, because if he says that somebody's interested in a player that is about to sign for another club, that deal would be done quicker, or someone else will be, or he'll be offered more. So maybe every time Saka is being mentioned as City being interested, this is to help get him a new contract, maybe agent's game or whatever. Someone just said something about Rafinha
To Barcelona?
agent.
Oh, the agent. Let me get out then.
Who is his agent? Someone said who his agent
Deco.
is.
It's Deco.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rafinha's agent is Deco.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like they're waiting on a De Jong sale, Barcelona, but also the Dembele situation, and then
Lewandowski,
and then
Bernardo
Rafinha.
Silva.
No, I think they'll go for Rafinha more than Bernardo. I thought they're big admirers of Bernardo, but a realistic deal is Rafinha.
Yeah.
They need someone to replace Dembele.
The thing is, so in our group, in the Coppish group, we had this chat about Rafinha, and someone was saying, why would Rafinha sign for Arsenal when he's being linked with Liverpool, linked with this club?
Because Arsenal actually showing they probably want him.
Thank you, Bubba. And
Yeah.
that was my response, was that it's all great, people being linked with clubs, but Rafinha has been linked with Liverpool for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
And Liverpool went out and bought other players. At some point, you're going to go, do you know what? I'm kind of bored of being linked and no one putting anything in front of me. Papers are saying Barca want him. Papers are saying Chelsea want him. I've heard off of someone that knows somebody that Arsenal have put contracts in front of him. Now, again, World Cup's coming. Are you going to wait and wait and wait? Or if the club that comes in is willing to pay, you're going to go with it.
Exactly. And you got to think, Brazil's upcoming as well in the World Cup. Do you still want to be stuck at Leeds? Anywhere is better than Leeds right now. They had a shocking season. You're carrying them on their attack. Don't say Bamford. Because that guy's shocking.
Bam for the bam bam.
He's not shocking. He's actually very decent. But
Would you take him?
No.
Chelsea up top?
I think he'd be a very good second striker to have as a different option. If he should go somewhere, Tottenham. I think he'd be very good. Second striker to Harry Kane, plays kind of similar. Yeah.
But again, he wouldn't go now. World Cup coming.
I don't think he has a chance anyway.
You've got Purple Patch Warrior up and coming in Calvert-Lewin. He's going to get it. Different option, headers.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
As well.
Tammy
as well. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
but a different
shout.
conversation for another day. But what you were saying about Rafinha, yeah, the Arsenal clearly want him. I can see them getting him as well. But there was another comment in there with Deco. Deco was close with the former Chelsea board, the former managers, and so forth. I haven't seen anything with Deco and Chelsea in recent history. With Barcelona, there's a clear love and relationship with Deco and Barca. Barca fans love Deco. Chelsea fans don't love Deco, bro. When you talk about the greatest players, you never mention Deco. Ever.
He's not even top 100 for them, honestly. He played like a year for them.
He was number 7.
Not top 100.
I'm not too sure.
At Chelsea, like he played a year for them.
I thought you were meaning at Barca. I was going to say.
No. At Barca, he was excellent. I'm talking about Chelsea. Like he never played for them. Like he played a year.
Where's the question? Is that? Can you read out that question, Daps?
Which one? Guys, what's your thoughts on Newcastle's transfer window? Do you think there will be top 7? It's
Just
mad.
had this
He joined us after. So
you know what? We can go over again.
Yeah.
We had a discussion about with a transfer they're making so far. Sven Botman being a new one. Nick Pope as well. I feel like they're not going to go from 9th to 9th. Daps had a very good take with Soup saying that West Ham are more likely to drop out currently. So that would mean a place above. And currently they're doing better business than other clubs. Aston Villa might have a good shout.
Nah.
But
nah.
But it's always the but. I'm surprised no one's got it from Matty.
Pause.
But I feel like they're going to be 7th. So yeah, to your question, I feel like they will get top 7. It's expected now.
Sorry, I just saw a comment on Zeko. Where did that come?
Jacko. Oh yeah, there's no
If
hype.
you ever want to turn my head, just mention a City player. Zeko is cold, man. Zeko and
One of the
Giroud.
most underrated strikers, 20 tons.
Yeah, 100%. Zeko and Giroud, for me, are just two of the coldest plan Bs that have ever touched base in the Premier League.
I love that.
By the way,
guys,
guys, keep hitting that like button. If it hasn't been lit, then make sure you hit it.
That is awful rhyming.
No, because you said hitting and lit. So,
Hit that.
Smash that shit.
if it doesn't look lit, then make sure you hit it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Right, we're going to speak for 10 more minutes and then we're going to wrap it up, I think. But thanks to everyone that's still with us. Don't even know what the time is. I had to sit through an hour of Man United chat earlier, which was non-eventful, like their transfer window. So we spoke on, I think, Arsenal. Right, so Arsenal have got Jesus. They've got Vieira. I still feel Arsenal need to get something defensively.
they're gonna sign Lisandro Martinez. I think they're gonna get that over the line.
What beat you, man, to it?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve is their player.
And I gotta read on Twitter that Arteta has more pull than Ten Hag because United just didn't want to go in for Lisandro Martinez because they're taking 95 years with De Jong.
Another reason why when you show more interest in a player, he's going to want to go to that club.
Do you know what? I don't want to keep talking on your club. I do a show with Double A every Tuesday where we talk on your club and my club. But if I was Ten Hag,
I'll be pissed.
yeah, I think he joined your club after they gave him kind of reassurances. And I'll be sat there right now thinking, what, the pre-season starts when? Like 4 days, 5 days?
Monday. I know we start Monday, like in terms of training, but
Standing through a whole stream. Listen, if someone gets me an ice bucket, a big one, to be fair. Now, do you know what? The maddest thing is, I will say, some people have got a real issue with me standing. I don't know what it is. But I can honestly say, I went through this period where my feet and legs were really, really bad. Soups, can you remember I used to walk really weird?
Yeah, you were
Like I was in pain.
limping. Yeah.
Since I've been standing,
The circulation's been rolling.
bless. So I'm not going to sit down for no one. Unless you get me a really big ice bucket full of magnums, then I might for a day. What were we talking about?
Nice pocket sounds great right now.
Yeah, with Ten Hag, I would be thinking, what's going on? Like, I've come in, you've let a load of players go, you've played your hand. If this was poker, we're losing.
I'm not
because
gonna lie,
everyone knows
Daps,
what
yeah?
we need.
I think, Michael, if you agree, in my head, if I'm Ten Hag, if De Jong doesn't get done, I'd walk.
no. I'm gonna say
Said no.
I'm gonna give a
I
hot
would
take.
walk.
I'm gonna give a hot
No,
take
bro,
right
I'd
now.
walk.
Hold on. Hot
I'm not
take for
joking.
Michael.
I think United had given Ten Hag too much power. I said this on Grizzlies channel right now. I said this on Grizzlies channel earlier. United have done this thing where they had given Ed Woodward too much power previously, where they let him make all decisions, and to counteract that, they've given the manager the full power instead of. I'll put it like this: the way the structure should always work is the manager has a profiles list, right? He goes to the director of football, so Pep would be that cheeky guy, whatever his name is. He gives him the profiles, and then that director of football works with the scouts, and he gets them 2-3 targets. And then you bring him back to the manager, and the manager says, okay, I like this guy, I don't like that guy. And then you work from there. What United have done is they let I've heard that United have ditched the scouts' recommendations and only go after players that Ten Hag specifically wants.
I don't blame him.
But you gotta let your scouts. You have scouts for a reason.
Get rid of the scouts. Then
the
in that
scouts are
case,
shit.
innit? Stop paying them money.
Look at what players we've scouted.
But Ten Hag has never had full power. At Ajax, Mark Overmars was the one that was working with him. Ten Hag, he needs a structure above him. No manager should ever have full power. Jurgen Klopp doesn't have full power.
Have you not considered that maybe Ten Hag went through these players with the scouting team and said, no, they don't fit what I
don't
need
think
for
so,
what I want to do?
I don't like the fact that we've only targeted Ajax players. That's annoying me a little bit.
Bro, thank you. Listen, last time we did a stream together, Michael, me and you agreed a lot. And again, I'm of the thought that would worry me a little bit. I totally get he likes to play a system. He wants to get players in that know how to play his system. But it also make me question if he's questioning his own ability to put a system, if he can only go with players that he's managed before.
Because I feel like our scouts actually bring good players, but previously it was commercially those players weren't worth it.
Yeah.
Theoretically, Ten Hag should be the player. Like he should like United bring play. They brought like Alphonso Davies before, and United said no. Like our scouts, we have a million scouts. Surely 2 to 3 of them. I mean, the scouts actually said that Bruno Fernandes should never be a United player, and then the United agreed that summer, and then 6 months later they just dished the scouts her recommendation and signed him. When the scouts had said that his passing is horrible in terms of efficiency, those scouts were right. Those scouts have been proven right 3 years later. So I feel like United don't know when to listen and they don't know when to listen and when to not listen. And I think Ten Hag has been given a little too much power because United they're thinking, oh, the fans were mad because Woodward had too much power, so let's give the manager the full power instead. Now they don't know how to find the perfect. They don't know how to play the perfect amount of balance. Though the counteract to that is, we don't have a good director of football because John Murtaugh is not that guy. So there's a counteract for that.
I think that's the issue. But
yet to see.
I think this whole Ten Hag thing is a very, very interesting situation. If I was a manager of any club, especially a club that is in transition at best, and you've come in, he got announced in April. Ralph was in from
November, late November, early December.
Calling out the issues at Man United. The structure isn't sorted. No deals are over the line, remotely close to being over the line. And his pre-season starts in 3-4 days. You know what? It could all be planned. And Ten Hag could be very happy with how it's going. I don't believe so. Who knows, though? Who knows? That is a different podcast. And I'm happy for you lot to talk on it on Trafford Tunnel, to be fair. Right. We've been going for an hour 40. Thank you to everyone that has been here all night, smashing the likes. Again, thank you to everyone that has got us over 3K. Road to 100K now. No, 3 point. Road to 4K. Road to 4K.
5.
Road to 5. Michael, going to be seeing a lot more of you. And it's good to see that you're getting on. I mean, I've seen your face 3 times tonight now. You've been on this channel, Trafford Tunnel, on with Grizz as well. So salute to you. Cass, I'm going to be seeing a lot more of your face.
Sure,
I am happy about that. Cass is legendary. Tomorrow night, we will be doing a stream. I'm not sure what time. Just stay locked into the channel. You will see it. Michael, where can everyone find you?
At Twitter, at Michael_Gerks26. My YouTube channel, Juego Bonito Pod. I'm releasing a video tomorrow talking about this whole United mess that's going on right now. I give him my opinion, not going too over extreme because got to find the right balance with that. And then, like Cass said, right for the United Journal, follow me there. Make sure you follow them, and make sure you follow Trafford Tunnel as well. There every Friday with Cass.
Lovely. Yeah. Cass.
Instagram,
MUFC.
Yeah, MUFC.Cas.
Send him DMs.
Send me DMs. If you want to get in a Discord football community chat, there's about 90 of us in there nearly.
How do I share that? I'll share that right now.
Just got to the top. It should say something about a link. Say share somewhere.
Oh, that one. I'll put that in the group now.
So if anyone's here, just quickly say for 2 seconds if you don't mind. Yeah. So it should be in the Discord.
Should be it.
I believe that is. They should be able to request, or there should be a link. I think there is a link. I'm pretty sure there's a link for it. If it says invite. Not that one.
I don't know.
If anyone is in there,
none of you lot know, so oh well. I'll share the link. If not, message Cass on Instagram.
You can message me on Instagram if you want to do that. But if not, find me at MUFC.Cas and Never a Foul. Make sure you're liking this. Make sure you're subscribed. And catch us on the next show. When, Daps?
Tomorrow night, there will be a show, probably round about 9-ish.
There's no Love Island. Woo.
There's no Love Island, so I will, probably around 9-ish. And
Love
then
Island, let's go.
There will be another one Sunday. There'll be a show every day on Never a Foul. And on Sunday, catch me on EGTV at 10:30 with the Gal, Hussam, and all the gang. Anything else to say, Cass?
If you haven't liked this, get this to 100. 5 off. So I appreciate every single one of you. But please do get involved in the Discord. It's
Yeah.
actually amazing if you lot can actually come into a community of football and people from different teams, especially more City fans, more Arsenal fans, just not just United fans, and etc. etc.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
what
hope
we're pushing.
and then
Fans of all clubs.
you can actually be notified when never a foul on.
Yeah. And if anyone watches our shows back and find it buffers a little bit, give it some time because it's
Processing.
It's processing. It's HD. It takes a little while to process. So if it buffers, just go away, come back. But listen, gonna let you go now before we continue to waffle because I'll probably have one too many of these. But catch you tomorrow. I'll never foul. We're out.